So in the previous two videos, we looked at the 6 different transformations that could occur, and I've listed out a summary for you guys here. So now let's take a look at an example where we have to use all these different 6. You can see here that we've got a function and it's got the specific points a, b, c, d, the original coordinates. And now it's going to be transformed and we need to work out the new coordinates. So let's deal with each one separately. Before we even start, we have to make sure that it's in the form of y's sum function, okay? So we need to rearrange it first. So in part A, we can rearrange it as y's f of x minus 2. Now our transformation is outside the bracket and it's minus 2, meaning that it's going to affect the y values and it's going to translate them downwards by 2. So now the coordinates will be minus 1, minus 2, 0, 0, 1, 0, and 2, minus 2. They've all moved down by 2. For part B, once again, let's rearrange and that will bring us to y is 2 f of x. We're now multiplying 2 to the function f of x, meaning it's going to be a stretch in the y-axis by 2. So once again, we just have to multiply the y coordinates by 2, resulting in us getting minus 1, 0, 0, 4, 1, 4, and 2, 0. For part C, rearranging it will give me y is f of x plus 3. This is very similar to part A, but in this case, we're now translating up by 3, so I'm not going to do the coordinates for this one. For part D, once again, if I was to rearrange, I'll get y as a third f of x. This one is similar to part B, but in this case, we're now shrinking it by a scale factor of a third in the y-axis. Let's look at E. So for E, if I was to rearrange, I have a half f of x plus a half. You'll notice that there's actually 2 transformations going on here. There's a half attached to f of x, which is going to stretch the y values. And then there's a plus 1 over 2 outside, which is also going to translate the y values up. In this case, this is an example of a combination of transformations, and we'll look at this in more detail in A2. But for this, what we have to do now is first multiply by a half the scale factor first, because that's closest to the f of x. So we multiply the y values by a half first, and then we translate up by a half, resulting in us getting the coordinates minus 1, a half, 0, 3 over 2, 1, 3 over 2, and 2, a half. Pause the video here and try these 2 transformations. Okay, so for the first one, we have y is f of x plus 2. So remember now the a is inside the bracket, so we have to think the opposite of what it would do. So plus 2 means it will be minus 2, so moving to the left by 2. So the new coordinates will be minus 3, 0, minus 2, 2, minus 1, 2, and 0, 0. The last one is f of half x. Once again, the a is inside the bracket and it's multiplied to x this time. So now we think of the opposite, so it's now going to be stretching by 2. So the x coordinates we just multiply by 2, resulting in us getting minus 2, 0, 0, 2, 2, 2, and 4, 0. So you can see as long as you get it in the general form y is some function f of x, and then just follow each individual transformation correctly, then all these transformations should be, or hopefully will be, relatively easy for you for now. As I said, in A2 it does get a lot more difficult, so make sure you got the basic understanding down now.